This is Pat Biolsi with Yamaha Motor Corporation. I work in the testing department. We're here to talk about the Wolverine Sport.
Just after scoring highest in our 1000cc Sport Utility Side-by-Side Shootout, Yamaha released the new 2022 Wolverine RMAX2 1000 Sport. New sport-tuned FOX shocks, equipped with the highest level of adjustability in the class, take high-speed driving capability to the next level. Beadlock wheels, borrowed from the pure Sport YXZ1000R, provide added confidence when pushing your limits or on long drives far from camp. New GBC SQ tires were developed directly with Yamaha to further enhance handling and traction. Learn all about the new features and performance capabilities of the new RMAX Sport by checking out our 2022 test review video. Yamaha Product Testing Manager Pat Biolsi possesses pro-level driving skills and has more seat time in the RMAX than almost anyone on the planet. He previously shared his personal insight on how to get the most out of the FOX QS3 shock-equipped RMAX2s.
My name is Pat Biolsi. I'm here with Yamaha Motor Corporation and UTV On Demand. We're going to talk about the new Wolverine RMAX 1000. All right, yeah, we have FOX QS3 2.0 shocks.
For RMAX Sport owners or those interested in the new machine, Mr. Biolsi has returned to provide us with his tips on how to set up the RMAX Sport to extract maximum performance for your intended terrain and driving style.
One of the key things that separates this vehicle from a lot of others on the market is the suspension and its adjustability. So what we're going to start out with today, we're going to start with 14 PSI from a tire pressure standpoint, which really does change the way the vehicle feels. We're here in the eastern US at top trails, and 14 PSI is a great balance, a great starting point from a perspective of you want to, of course, maximize your durability. You don't want to pinch the side of the tire between a rock or a trail obstacle, tree root, and the side of the wheel. That usually leads to those pinch flats, which are really annoying. So 14 PSI is a great starting point. There are some sharp rocks here that can be a lot of trouble, so it's a great opportunity for you to feel that. And there's a lot of variety of bumps as well. Small choppy bumps, and then a variety of bigger G-outs, rain ruts, things like that. Really great place to evaluate suspension and tire pressure. From a suspension standpoint, we're going to start out at standard, which is 12 clicks out on the high speed and the low speed compression, standard spring preload. We've got 10 millimeters of adjustment that we can do spring preload wise. We can subtract 10 or add 10, depending on the type of ride you're looking for. Maybe you carry a lot of weight in the vehicle, or maybe you like to drive a lot harder and you're hitting, again, maybe you're in the western US, maybe you like to jump water bars. So we could add preload and really affect and improve the suspension's performance in that situation. Or if you're a lower speed guy and really looking for more of maximum articulation, we can back that off. We can back off preload, we can back off our high and low speed compression damping and have that suspension really follow the terrain really smoothly, get a really plush setting, and really look for that kind of response from the vehicle. So one of the key differences with these shocks is the high speed and low speed compression damping adjustability. So it's definitely important to read your owner's manual. There's a lot of good information there about how much adjustment you have and how to adjust the suspension. But just from a driving standpoint and what you're going to feel on the trail, what you're looking for when it comes to high speed doesn't necessarily mean the speed of the vehicle. It means the speed of how fast the suspension is collapsing or extending. So compression side, it's going to be the collapsing of the suspension at higher speeds. So at 5 miles per hour, you could hit a very sharp bump, a tree root, something like that, and the suspension is going to move very quickly. So that's going to be high speed adjustment that's going to affect that. Low speed compression damping, really one of the most common ways that we adjust it is very small bumps hit at low speeds, or how you're entering a turn. Coming into a turn, if you tighten up or firm up the low speed compression damping, you're going to get less roll into the turn, and it's going to move less as you come in and out of the turn, and the body of the vehicle rolls in or out. Making an adjustment there has a big effect on the attitude of the vehicle in that type of situation. So one thing I'll recommend from a damping perspective is to make relatively large changes. You know, if you're new to suspension damping adjustments, make relatively big changes. Make, 3 to 5 clicks and really figure out what direction you want to go. Was that a good change for what you're looking for, or did it go the other way? So make relatively big changes, and like I said, multiple clicks, and figure out what direction you want to go. When it comes to making a big noticeable change, spring preload is a great way to do that. That has a very drastic effect on the attitude of the vehicle. So again, adding 10 millimeters of preload, which is the maximum amount, is going to have a very big difference, make a very big difference on the trail. It's going to raise the ride attitude of the vehicle overall. You're going to have more travel to play with, but it's going to be a much firmer feel. So again, it's going to make a big difference. So that one, again, I wouldn't go to maximum unless you really are looking for a very big change. So again, make relatively small changes there, maybe 3 millimeters of preload plus or minus, and see what you think, and does it have the intended effect on the type of riding you're doing. One of the typical setups where I'm going to make a big adjustment to the suspension on the Wolverine Sport is in low-speed rocky terrain. I'm going to back the compression damping adjusters way off. I really look for that articulation feeling and that really comfortable feel in the cab. So I'm going to make a big change to low-speed and high-speed compression damping adjustments when I'm in low-speed rocky terrain. That's something we really do. On the flip side of that, when we go to a place like the Glamis Sand Dunes or any of the Southern California desert areas, I'm going to make a big change. I'm going to firm up my compression damping, and I'm going to add a lot of preload. You really come across a lot of G-outs in those situations, especially in sand, and we really need to make a big change to try to make the vehicle work like we're looking for, and that's why we put that adjustment in there. So sand, a lot firmer, especially from a preload perspective and high-speed compression damping perspective. When you're in low-speed rocks, back the compression damping adjusters way off, and I think that's going to be what you're looking for. One of the big benefits of the Beadlock wheel that's available on the Wolverine Sport here is the adjustability of tire pressures and having that confidence to do what you'd like to do, and again have that added level of durability that you may get. Again, getting back if you do have a problem, you're going to be able to get back to truck, back to the camp. We're starting at 14 PSI, which is our recommended pressure. If you're going to run a full load in the back in the cargo bed, 600 pounds, or you're looking for a really firm setting, you really want to reduce the tire sidewall roll feeling, you can really ramp that pressure up and get a much firmer feeling from the tire. On the low side, again, if you're going to run in really clean sand, if you will, that doesn't have a lot of rocks in it or a lot of potential problems, you can back the tire pressure off and get an improvement in traction. Of course, it's going to roll a little more. You're going to get a little more sidewall roll feeling, but you can increase your traction feel there. So going lower in the tire pressure really helps in that clean sand condition. Real rocky, real nasty terrain, you may want to up that pressure, which you have a lot of room to do with these GBC TerraMaster SQs. One of the most important things to remember is the Wolverine Sport. The reason we added all that adjustability is because people wanted it. The customers for this vehicle, this is what they were looking for. So don't be afraid to adjust the vehicle. Again, read your owner's manual, look at what's in there, and really it's all about getting what you're looking for from your vehicle. And we really wanted to put that adjustment in there to give you what you want. So don't be afraid to make those adjustments. Go try, make yourself a little test loop, and go hammer through those sections or cruise through those sections. However you ride, that's what those adjustments are for. So make some big changes and figure out what direction you like to go. Record those changes in a little notebook or on your phone, however you want to do it, and really pay attention to what it feels like and what you like about it or what you don't like about it, and go the other direction. But if you get lost, again, the owner's manual is there to save you. They'll bring you right back. So make some big changes and figure out what direction you like to go, and hopefully you'll find the setting you're looking for.
Thanks to Yamaha Motor Corporation and to Pat Biolsi for sharing his setup tips on the new Yamaha RMAX Sport. There's a lot more to be learned about the RMAX 1000 by checking out our RMAX 1000 test videos, along with test videos of the competitive machines in the class. And don't forget to check out our 2022 1000cc Sport Utility Side-by-Side Shootout. Locate your local dealer and learn more about Yamaha's full line of side-by-sides and ATVs at yamahamotorsports.com.